Evening, everyone. It is Monday, February 24th. It is 7:02 p.m. This is a regular meeting of Town Council. Will everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Following Town Council members are present in chambers. Persico, Kohut, Mauer, Lapellis, Formicella, O'Rourke, Wales. The following Town Council members are absent at this time. Duba and if that changes, I will update everyone. So we have 7 members of Town Council. I ask that consent calendar be accepted as presented if there's no objection. Hearing no objection, I'm passing the consent calendar as presented. I ask that communication items A through E be incorporated into the minutes of our meeting. Moving on to number 5, public participation. I'll begin with those members of the public who are here in Town Council chambers. Is there any member of the public that would like to participate this evening? Yes, maybe, no. Looks like no. Is there any member of the public that would like to participate that is here digitally through either a phone call, an app, or on their tablet or computer? If you've called in, meaning dialed in, it's *6 to unmute yourself. Or if you're using a web browser or application, you want to deselect the microphone with the red line. Once again, is there any member of the public that would like to participate this evening? Councilmember Reed is here at 7:04 remotely. Hearing none, seeing none, I'm closing public participation. I'm going to make a motion to amend our agenda, adding item B under appointments, which will be resolution 25-032, which is an appointment to our Board of Assessment Appeals for an alternate member, Julie Avellino. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jason Mauer. Discussion, just briefly, there was just an administrative error that left this off our agenda for timing purposes of when the agenda had to be released. So we want to consider Ms. Avellino's nomination tonight. Any other discussion for amending our agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to our appointments this evening, which is item A, our first one, resolution 25-030. I move that the Town Council adopt resolution 25-030, resolved that the Monroe Town Council hereby approves the first selectman's appointment of Ernest Stone to the Board of Assessment Appeals as an alternate for a term ending December 31st, 2025. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Inigo Pellis. Discussion. Mr. Stone has lived in Monroe for over 50 years. He's retired from a career as a postmaster for the United States Postal Service in Norwalk, Connecticut. He enjoys playing golf and is a fan of the UConn's women's basketball team. He's a strong candidate as an alternate board, as he has previously served in that capacity during the previous reevaluations for the town. This appointment is allowed by the Connecticut General Statutes while the town is undergoing its reevaluation process. Is there any other discussion on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. Moving on to item B, Councilmember Mauer.
Thank you. Chairman, I move that the council adopt resolution 25-032, resolve that the Monroe Town Council hereby approves the first selectman's appointment of Julie Avellino to the Board of Assessment Appeals as an alternate for a term ending December 31st, 2025.
We have a motion to adopt resolution 25-032. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Chair Lapellis. Councilmember Mauer.
Thank you. Julie is a licensed broker with nearly 2 decades of experience in real estate. Longtime resident of Monroe, she has deep roots in the community. Her oldest daughter attends Loyola University, Maryland, after completing the Monroe school system. Her middle daughter is a sophomore at Massac and a student at RCA, and her youngest daughter is a seventh grader at Jockey Hollow. As a realtor, Julie specializes in guiding home sellers through some of life's most challenging transitions, including divorce and probate. She has extensive experience working with attorneys, navigating family court and probate proceedings, and managing transactions involving adversarial parties, protective orders, and restraining orders, all while maintaining confidentiality and minimizing stress for her clients. In addition to her real estate practice, Julie has spent the past 5 years as an instructor, teaching the state licensing course principles and practices to aspiring realtors, as well as state mandated continuing education courses for existing licenses. This appointment is allowed by CGS while the town is going through the reevaluation process.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion on this item? Other than to say go Greyhounds, right? Isn't that where we're Maryland? So, all right. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none passes 8-0. Ms. Avellino is here. I would just ask that you come forward to be sworn in.
Come on down. Raise your right hand. Julie Avellino, do you solemnly swear, solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that you will faithfully discharge according to law your duties as Board of Assessment Appeals alternate to the best of your abilities, so help you God, or upon penalty of perjury?
I will.
Congratulations. This is for you. So I swear you in, so just do this and then in here is all the
Thank you.
information that you need. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you very much.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
before we move on from the appointments, I just have a question relative to vacancies. Do we know how many there are remaining at this time?
For each board and commission.
Correct.
Well, we can certainly get that information for you. I don't know if the first selectman has that at the tips of his fingers at this.
I know, but Mr. Vaglavello has it, and you can talk to Alan. He'll have all the
I'm sorry?
vacancies that are available. Alan Vaglavello,
Okay.
you can talk to him. He'll have all the vacancies.
I know
Well, I don't think,
he did say last week that we hadn't heard back from Vita and he was waiting, so.
I could have Vita email it to you, so you get an updated list.
I'd appreciate
That'd
that.
be perfect. No,
Thank you,
you got it.
Chair.
Thank you very much. Anything else? No? Moving on to item 7, our action items. Item A, Town Council Command Finance, Education, Health, Public Safety Matters. Madam Vice Chair.
We have not had a meeting in a while.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item B, Town Council Committee on Planning, Zoning, Public Works, and Park and Recreation Matters. Councilmember O'Rourke, the Secretary, right? Have you met?
No, we have not met since our last meeting.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item C, Town Council Committee on Legislative and Administrative Matters. Councilmember Reed.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. We did meet tonight on 2 items. One was Resolution 29, the Legal Services Agreement, and the other was the Resolution 31 on EMS ESO Subscription Agreement. Both reached consensus to appear tonight in front of council to you.
Thank you very much, Councilor.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Just as a note on the one item with the legal services agreement that was passed during our consent for the benefit of other council members, the 2 things that we confirmed in that meeting were, one, that the rate is the same that we've been paying. It is an increase from the old retainer, but there had been a rate increase during our time of utilizing Vincent Marino during that time, and he agreed to honor the rate that he had been being paid at his new firm, so that was good. And also it changes that the only 2 people with the authority to actually engage Attorney Marino would be our town attorney and our selectman.
Thank you very much. Moving on to items D, Strategic Planning Committee. We have not met since our last town council meeting. However, I do have a couple updates. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a meeting for the Board of Education's Facility Study Committee as they continue to work towards providing a recommendation as to planning for the future for our Monroe school buildings as it relates to population increases, decreases over time, and the needs of the students as well as the administration. for carrying out education for the town of Monroe. The choices came down to, I believe, 2 or 3, Steve? Two? For 2 at this time. Additionally, we do have a meeting tomorrow evening to continue discussions on that. And Steve asked a lot of great questions last time. Asked for very important information such as how much each option would cost, which is probably an important question to ask. So that's the update for that. I do foresee another strategic planning committee meeting in the future regarding the Bearsley property as well as our capital projects. But I will reach out to the other members and come up with a date and time that is mutually agreeable. All right. So that's it for strategic planning this evening. Item E, our Open Space Preservation Acquisition Committee, Councilmember O'Rourke.
Mr. Chairman, we have not met since our last meeting.
Thank you very much. And our First Selectman's update, First Selectman Rooney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These are usually pretty lengthy. I gave you a nice short one tonight. So emergency services update, February 16th, winter ice storm. I'm sure we all experienced that. Collaboration from Public Works, Fire, Police, and our citizens during this past week's ice and windstorm made navigating and solving complications more efficient. The constant communication identified the needs of the town, which helped to produce the quickest possible results. Thank you to everyone for maintaining a level of service that Monroe deserves. Capital projects, the animal control. I visited the animal control facility to witness progress, and construction is moving along in a very clean and organized manner. Take a look. It's really coming along great. The community update, ribbon cutting, Solana Ponte celebrated their 35th anniversary here in Monroe. 35 years of commitment and service to their customers is an accomplishment. I wish them many more years of success in town. Special election, as we all know, the 21st District Senate seat is up for special election since the resignation of former Senator Kevin Kelly. As always, exercise your right to vote. Election day voting for all districts will be held by the Registrar of Voters at the Community Center site, previously known as St. Jude School, located at 707 Monroe Turnpike from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. on February 25th. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's it for our action items tonight. We have no matters of unfinished business tonight. We're going to move on to our new business. Item A, Resolution 25-031. Madam Vice Chair.
I just had it in my hand. Oh, okay, thank you. Resolved, 25-031. Resolved that Terrence P. Rooney, First Selectman of the Town of Monroe, is authorized to execute and deliver on behalf of the Town of Monroe the ESO Electronic Health Data Exchange Agreements and any associated documents by and between ESO Solutions Incorporated and Backdraft OPCO LLC for the EMS Software Health Data Exchange Program.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. So there's a motion to adopt Resolution 25-031. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jason Mauer. Mr. First Selectman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our Emergency Medical Services EMS leadership would like to participate in a software health data exchange agreement that would help to increase efficiency in billing reimbursement rates. The software will enable the town to share information with the hospitals where patients are transported. All the agreements are being provided to Monroe EMS through the Yale New Haven Health System without a cost to the town. This has been reviewed by our town attorney, who has provided his attached letter of opinion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Is there any other discussion on this item?
Just one question. Is this the same data system that the hospitals are currently using? Do we know if it's a consistent or is it the same as their internal process?
Yeah, it's through Yale New Haven. I mean, Frank, if you want to elaborate that, but it's through Yale New Haven, allows them to communicate.
Software is used by Yale New Haven Hospital. It's specifically proprietary to that hospital, and it interfaces with our back end so that we can increase the efficiency processing of the information in an efficient manner, but it also is intended to help with outsourced billing as well, and the accuracy of that.
So relative to the hospitals, it's with Yale. Does it also cover the Hartford Health System?
I don't believe it does. The contract with this software is specific to Yale. I didn't go beyond that. It's being paid for by Yale. It's being provided by Yale. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if there's another system, but it was not referenced in this agreement, so I'd have to imagine it's not. the nature of the hospitals, I would guess it's not, but I know that for this particular hospital, this is the software that they want the town to use and the town wants to use. That was the purpose of this agreement.
Mr. Chair, our EMS, the default hospital is Bridgeport Hospital, correct?
St. Vincent's,
St. Vincent's. So they use Hartford Healthcare
correct.
at St.
That's
Vincent's.
why I'm asking.
Okay.
It's the closest, St. Vincent's the closest, Bridgeport's the trauma center. And that's why I'm asking if it's relative only to Yale, then it's only Bridgeport and not St. Vincent's. So is it more of a billing thing or is it truly
No, it's just being hooked up.
hospital sharing?
It's so that we can interface with the same software. It's a one input, one system approach.
I just have some concerns if it only covers one hospital and not any others that we might transport patients to on a regular basis.
Well, I think.
We're gonna pay for that.
I think the issue is we don't really control what software the hospitals use. So if there is a software that other hospitals use, this doesn't preclude us from using that software. It just allows us to have a software license to utilize what Bridgeport's using to help it make it more efficient. It would be great. Sounds like a great idea if you could command on the hospitals to use a uniform software, but I don't think that, is the.
It's not a matter of commanding, it was a matter of the question of whether or not it was primarily for paying information or for transmittal of information to hospitals as patients require and what hospital they're being transmitted to. Since it is a cost to us, it would be decidedly more useful if.
There is no cost.
There's no
There's no cost to us?
There's no-
It is no cost to us.
Like I said,
Okay.
Bridgeport is
Yale is paying for it completely.
Yale is paying for.
Oh, that's part of it's the monopoly system at work. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes, go ahead.
Just for my opinion, as I read this, I got the impression it was for billing only. Wrong on that, but if it's billing only, I would not see it affecting the emergency response in any way for somebody to go to Bridgeport or Hartford Hospital, yeah, right, St. Vincent's Hospital in that way.
There's a reference to transmittal of information to the hospitals, that's why.
Yes, I think I think that kind of threw it too, yeah, but I think it really is still billing. But
Thank you.
a question about that.
All right.
Mr. Chair.
Yep, go ahead.
Maybe you can answer, one of you can answer or not, but my understanding in reading these was that it is not eliminating what we currently are using. It's creating an interface between what we're using so that if they are going to a Yale hospital, they can provide it, but we can still provide to the other hospitals the same way that we have been using the same software that the EMS is presently using. That it's not a replacement, it's just an additive for communication purposes when they are going to those hospitals.
That's correct.
Yep.
Perfectly said.
Anything else? All right, all those in favor of adopting resolution 25-031, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. We're going to move on to our new business item B. I'm going to make a motion to enter executive session to discuss Pepper Street reconstruction project and litigation, inviting town attorney and first selectman. Is there a second? Second by Vice Chair Lapellis. Any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none. All those in favor of entering executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, passes 8-0. It is 7:21 PM. I would ask that the recording ends.